In Pinellas County, children account for 17% of our population, but they are 100% of our future. That's why for 70 years, the Juvenile Welfare Board has made it our mission to understand their needs and make children a priority. With tax dollars entrusted to us by Pinellas County citizens, we are working to strengthen families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because when our community is strong, we are all strong. Last year, about $47 million was awarded to 50 nonprofit agencies who offered 80 different programs. These yielded a significant return on investment across 3 strategic focus areas. JWB's school readiness programs prepared more than 7,000 children for kindergarten. Of those served in a JWB-funded Quality Early Learning Center, 90% were on target as being ready for school. Over 24,000 youth are better equipped to learn and succeed. This is a result of a JWB service they receive that targeted school success. For example, 80% enrolled in community-based before and after school care, attended regularly, and 65% participated over multiple years. Nearly 25,000 children and parents received services aimed at preventing abuse and neglect. In fact, 93% who received home visiting and mental health services were free from abuse and neglect 1 year after program completion. Last year in total, the lives of more than 56,000 children and their families were positively impacted. Like 3-year-old Robin, who attended a specialized preschool where she's learning her letters and numbers. 15-year-old Jalen, who credited his youth development and mentoring program with his success. And Aiden, whose after-school program encouraged him to aim high and dream big.
I want to be a scientist because I like doing the subject science.
2016 also marked JWB's 70th anniversary, as we paid tribute to the Junior League of St. Petersburg for having the vision and courage to always put children first. At a joint reception that celebrated our combined histories, a special legacy plaque was unveiled, honoring the 117 men and women who have served on the JWB Board of Directors over the past 70 years. Also part of this year's celebrations were when hundreds filled the room to celebrate the winners of the Cooperman Bogue Kids First and H. Browning Spence Education Awards. Former JWB board member Tom Moriarty announced the annual winner.
Mr. Adrian.
Miss Adrian.
Miss Adrian.
With a little help from Wilfrey Mercedes, who is being mentored through JWB's Lunch Pals program. With so many highlights and milestones last year, we needed some help sharing our story. So, we asked JWB staff the question, what do you think was most impactful last year?
Last year we were able to invest $3 million in new programs for Pinellas County. The board made a commitment that they wanted to invest new dollars into existing programs and also expanding into some other programs that could help us meet the goals and outcomes for our focus areas. Last year we funded $1 million in capital and infrastructure. It was for all kinds of things like playgrounds, roof repairs, air conditioning replacements, the purchase of some curriculum or in our shelters, some of bunk beds for participants who are living in the shelters.
So when there's resources available and we can hire a tutor that can do just this one thing for this one child, that is value added that we should really be proud of.
We've been a real partner in bringing together collaborations. So there's the learning communities on various levels.
The learning communities were initially developed to have
discussions and conversations about best practices, about successes, about challenges, and to see how best that the agencies could be working together.
The Youth Council, they are part of the work plan of the Mid-County Community Council. And some of the members of the Community Council, they realized that we need to get youth involved in the work plan because you need new leaders, you need new blood. And young people, they have a lot of new things, of new ways to make a difference in their own community.
The Juvenile Welfare Board participates and collaborates among other organizations within the community and puts together one of the few diversity conferences that there are around.
Symposium that JWB sponsors in terms of our time and talent. It's been a significant community capacity building training opportunity for the pastoral leadership.
This year, Donna and I reached out to over almost 2,000 people in about 70 different workshops. So that is a tremendous blessing and accomplishment, I feel.
The past couple of years, we've done some pilots in the summer that have been really successful that expand our break spots locally. Pilots that we've developed with the faith-based community, with the local St. Petersburg Library, where we're trying to reach kids where they are. And then also working with Pinellas County Schools and the City of St. Pete Park and Rec, the two providers of the food program, to see where else we can provide mobile sites where kids can be reached if they're living in motels, wherever they happen to be living. I talked to a couple of families that went to the library during the summer. They offered the program every day. They mentioned the program without me even prompting them and how it was such a lifesaver for them and their kids.
One of the most impactful projects that JWB was involved in was the Warning Signs campaign, Prevent Needless Death. We actually took data points and plotted them, mapped them out across the county, and were able to identify some concentrated areas where the child deaths were occurring. And so we can target our interventions to specific areas across the county.
We're a nationally designated site for grade level reading, and with our partners we've been doing all kinds of things. Book giveaways to kind of expand the love of learning and reach kids in the summer. We partnered with the Pinellas County School System with their book bus.
We got to give out books to children, and my favorite part was when they'd come up and they would ask me, do we get to take these home? And yes, they did.
If they know how to read, if they know how to find a story that they really like, and that will open up a lot of doors for them, because when they're ready to read, they're ready to learn. The sky is the limit.
Raising awareness in the community about the importance of attending school, especially in getting those good habits set early in kindergarten throughout the community, is an important thing that will have impact down the road.
You gotta get to school. Every day counts. You gotta get to school. Every day counts.
It was a good opportunity, and we checked to see how many volunteers we had, and we had like about 26. I mean, that was my personal commitment up front, and my personal commitment was to do it also. It was really about get to meet your mentee and talk about the different things they were doing. Ricky was great. We just had a nice conversation. It was never, oh, I have to go down to Pinellas Park. It was, no, it's Wednesday, it's time to go see Ricky.
It really helps with the work that we do here when you are meeting with children on a regular basis and seeing and understanding what they're facing.
It was one of the
desk. Things I got to participate in with JWB, I was really excited. I still visit my lunch pal this year, and just the impact that I had on her and that she had on me, it was a huge deal for me.
I love my little lunch pal. She's great, and I've learned a lot about her in the last couple weeks.
Now instead of 3 focus areas, we have 4. Strengthening community really helps define what we're doing. It is part of our slogan.
It takes a village to raise that child, and that's where we have a lot of collective impact, I would say definitely with our neighborhood family centers.
I'm very proud of the fact that we now, with our board's blessing and input, have a 4th strategic focus area, which is investing in communities and strengthening communities.
I think we're at a really great turning point right now. To have it be recognized as a large part of how we're going to move the needle on a number of things, how we're going to make Pinellas County better and stronger, is really important.
We have been doing community work for a very long time, and adding a strengthening community to our strategic plan actually has validated the work that has been done for so many years.
As we continue our work to strengthen the community, the Juvenile Welfare Board understands that we must never lose sight of the individual child.
I don't think I could teach math or reading, but I certainly can care. And a lot of children, I don't care what their circumstances are, they'd like to know somebody cares about them.
It makes me feel like me and her are the only ones on the earth.